My girlfriend said, "You're not successful enough to post on my Instagram." Despite dating for 2 years, I said, "You're right." Then we broke up and I became extremely successful. Her influencer friend who tagged me 6 months later, 29 male, was eating leftover pizza at 11 p.m. on a Wednesday when my girlfriend of 2 years said it. We were at her place. She was editing photos on her laptop, some sponsored post for a jewelry brand. I was half watching some show, half watching her work her magic with the filters and lighting. She had around 92K Instagram followers at the time. Made probably 4 to 5K a month from brand deals, maybe more some months. Respectable side hustle. "Babe, hand me my phone?" I grabbed it from the coffee table, glanced at the screen. Notification from some brand wanting to collab. "Another one?" "Yeah, skincare company. Might take it." She was squinting at her laptop. "Does this look too warm to you?" "Looks good." She tilted her head, studying the image. Her friend was in it too. Another influencer with like 150K followers. They did collabs constantly, feeding off each other's audiences. Both of them had this very specific aesthetic. Expensive-looking everything. "Hey, random question," I said. "You ever gonna post me?" Her fingers stopped on the trackpad. "What?" "On your Instagram. We've been together 2 years. I've never been in a single post." She didn't look away from the screen. "We've talked about this." "Have we though? You always just say you keep things private, but you post your friends constantly." "That's different." "How?" She sighed, finally turning to face me. "Look, my Instagram is curated. It's aspirational content. Luxury lifestyle success, that whole vibe. My followers expect a certain standard." Something in her tone made my stomach drop. "Standard." "Yeah." She said it so casually, like, "You're great, I love you, but you're in enterprise software sales? You make what, 80K? 78 base, usually around 95 with commission." "Right, and you drive that Civic and you live in that apartment in the suburbs. It's fine for real life, but it's not really Instagram material, you know?" I just stared at her. "Don't look at me like that, I'm being honest. My feed is about aspiration. Designer bags, nice restaurants, travel. If I posted you, it'd be confusing for my brand. My followers would be like, wait, she's dating a regular guy with a regular job? It doesn't match the lifestyle I'm selling." "The lifestyle you're selling?" "Yes, that's literally my job. Content creation is about selling a fantasy. And she gestured vaguely at me, "your reality. You're normal. So I'm good enough to date in private, but not good enough to be seen dating." "Oh my God, don't be dramatic. It's not about good enough. It's about brand alignment. If I was dating someone really successful, like a founder or a finance guy or whatever, that'd be different. That adds to the narrative. But a mid-level sales guy, it hurt my positioning." "Mid-level." That one stung more than it should have. "You know what?" I set down my pizza. "You're absolutely right." She blinked. "I am?" "Yeah, I'm not successful enough for your Instagram. I'm too normal, too regular." I stood up. "Which is why we should break up." "Wait, what? We're done. Thanks for being honest. Are you serious right now? You're breaking up with me over this?" "You just told me I'm not good enough to be publicly associated with you after 2 years. Yeah, I'm serious." "I didn't say not good enough. I said brand alignment. There's a difference." "Not really." I grabbed my jacket. "Enjoy your aspirational lifestyle." "This is insane. Where is this coming from?" "I'll get my stuff from here this weekend when you're out." She followed me to the door. "You're being incredibly immature right now." "Probably. Still leaving though." Drove home in this weird haze. Not even angry really. Just humiliated. 2 years and I wasn't worth one Instagram story because my income wasn't high enough because I was too normal. Got home, sat in my car for 20 minutes. Then something clicked. She was right. I was mid-level. I was comfortable. I'd been coasting for 3 years at the same company, same role, same accounts. Never pushed for the big deals because they were too much work. Never put in the extra hours. Just collected my 95K and called it good enough. Not anymore. Next morning I went into my manager's office. "I want the enterprise accounts." He looked up from his computer. "The enterprise accounts?" "Yeah, the big ones. Healthcare, manufacturing, whatever. I want them." Those are tough. Long sales cycles, lot of competition. Most reps avoid them." "I know. I want them anyway." He studied me for a second. "What happened to you?" "Got motivated, so do I get them or not?" Hell yeah, you get them. Let's talk strategy. The next 2 months were brutal. I'm talking 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. days. Weekends spent researching companies, building presentations, cold calling executives. My friends thought I'd lost it. Dude, you okay? My roommate asked one Saturday when I was working instead of going out. You've been possessed lately. I'm fine. Just focused. On what? On proving I'm not mid-level. On proving I'm not too normal. On proving she was wrong about me. But I didn't say that. Just said, on my career. Month 3. I closed a deal with a hospital network. Took 7 weeks of negotiations, but I got it done. $620K contract. My commission check was stupid, almost $43K. My manager pulled me aside after the papers were signed. Whatever you're on, bottle it and sell it to the rest of the team. Month 4, landed a manufacturing company. $890K. 2 weeks later, got a regional retail chain. $540K. Month 5, my manager called me into his office with the regional VP. We're promoting you to senior account executive. Base goes to $110K. Commission structure gets way better. You'll be working exclusively on enterprise accounts moving forward. 7-figure deals. I just nodded, like I expected it, because I did. Month 6, I closed a $1.4 million deal with a hospital system. Negotiations took 2 months, but I wore them down. Commission on that was $97K in one check. Started apartment hunting in the nice part of downtown. Bought an Audi A5, used but clean. Got some actual decent clothes that fit right. Joined a better gym. Felt good. Really good. Not because of the stuff, but because I'd actually done something. Proved to myself that I'd been settling. Then, exactly 6 months and 1 week after the breakup, I got the Instagram notification. Her influencer friend, the one with 150K followers, tagged me in a story. Screenshot of my LinkedIn showing my new title. Text overlay. So proud of this one. Massive congrats. We'd met maybe 3 times, exchanged maybe 50 words total. The DM came 2 minutes later. OMG, hey, saw your promotion. That's incredible. We should totally catch up soon. Coffee? I stared at it. Then checked who'd viewed her story. My ex was the 3rd name on the list. Didn't respond. But 30 minutes later, my ex DM'd me. Hey, long time. Saw the news about your promotion. That's amazing. Really happy for you. How've you been? 6 months of silence. Not one hope you're doing okay text after the breakup. Nothing, until now. I typed back, thanks. Left it at that. Put my phone down, went back to work. She responded within 5 minutes. Senior account exec is such a big deal. You must be closing huge deals now. We should grab lunch sometime, catch up properly. There it was. Don't think that's a good idea. Oh, come on. We were together 2 years. We can be adults about it. You broke up with me because I wasn't successful enough for your Instagram. Now I'm doing better, so you want lunch. Pretty transparent. Typing bubble appeared. Disappeared. Appeared. That's not what happened. I never said you weren't successful. I screenshot our conversation from 6 months ago. Her exact words, my followers would be like, wait, she's dating a regular guy with a regular job. It doesn't match the lifestyle I'm selling. Sent it to her. Longer pause this time. Then, I was trying to be honest about my career. You took it way too personally. It wasn't personal. Telling someone they're too normal to be seen with you is pretty personal. I didn't mean it like that. Yeah, you did. And that's fine. We're just not compatible. Have a good one. Blocked her before she could respond. Felt better than the promotion. Update 1. That should have been the end. Spoiler. It super wasn't. After I blocked my ex, her friend group went into overdrive. The influencer friend who'd tagged me started commenting on my old Instagram posts, not recent ones. She went back like 2 years. Random stuff like, miss seeing you around, and hope you're doing amazing. Didn't respond. But she escalated to DMs. Multiple DMs. Hey, not sure if you saw, but I'd love to grab coffee. Following up on my message, my schedule is pretty open this week. Lol, my DMs are crazy, just wanted to make sure you got my messages. Then it's kind of rude to ignore people you know, just FYI. Finally responded, we don't know each other. We met 3 times. I'm not interested in coffee. She called me. Actually called. I answered because what the hell? Finally, thought you died or something. What do you want? So I'm doing this content series on young professionals who are absolutely crushing it in their careers, and you'd be perfect. Your glow-up story is so inspiring. Like going from regular to senior exec, my followers would eat that up. Regular, there was that word again. Not interested. It wouldn't even be a big-time commitment, just like follow you around for a day. Film some stuff at your office, your apartment, maybe at a nice restaurant. Super casual, and honestly, the exposure would be great for you. Networking, personal brand building, all that. I have a job. I don't need exposure. Everyone needs exposure. It's 2024. Your online presence is basically your resume now. Hard pass. Can I ask why? And be honest, is this because of what happened with you and her? Because she feels really bad about how things ended, and there it is. What? She put you up to this? No. I mean, we talked about it, but this was my idea. I genuinely think you'd be great for the content, and lose my number. Hung up. Blocked her too. 2 days later, I'm at a work thing. One of those industry mixer events my company co-sponsors. Open bar, networking, the usual. I'm talking to a potential client about their current software stack when I see her. My ex at my work event. She's dressed up, doing that thing where she's pretending to look at her phone but is clearly scanning the room. She spots me, smiles, starts walking over. I excused myself from my conversation and cut her off before she reached my group. What are you doing here? It's a public event. Your company posted about it. I thought I'd check it out, support local businesses. This is for people in the industry. I run a business. Content creation is a real business. You're not invited. You need to leave. Her smile faded. Are you serious right now? You're being ridiculous. You're crashing my work event to corner me. Leave. I just want to talk. 5 minutes. Please. We were together 2 years. That deserves at least a conversation. We had a conversation 6 months ago. When you told me I was too normal for your Instagram. I apologized for that. No, you didn't. You said I took it too personally. She glanced around. People were starting to look. She lowered her voice. Can we please just go somewhere private? There's a coffee shop next door. Just you and me. No drama. No. You won't even give me a chance to explain? Explain what? You were honest about your feelings. I respected that. We're done. I miss you. I looked at her. She looked different. Tired, maybe. Definitely less put together than usual. That's unfortunate. Started to walk away. She grabbed my wrist, not hard, just enough to stop me. Please, I know I messed up. I think about it every day. What I said, how I said it. I was shallow and stupid and I hurt you. I'm sorry. I'm genuinely sorry. Cool. Apology noted. Now let go. That's it? 2 years and you're just done? You were done 6 months ago when you decided I wasn't good enough to be in your photos. I'm just matching your energy. Let go of my wrist. Stepped back. This isn't you. You're being cruel. I'm being honest. Thought you appreciated honesty. Walked back to my group. She stood there for another minute, then left. My coworker leaned in. Ex? Yep. Yikes. But 2 days later, my boss forwarded me an email. My stomach dropped when I saw who it was from. Subject: concerning employee behavior. To whom it may concern, I'm writing to inform you about concerning behavior from one of your employees. My name has been harassing and stalking me following the end of our relationship 6 months ago. He has sent threatening messages, shown up at locations I frequent, and has made false statements about me to mutual acquaintances. I am documenting this behavior for potential legal action. I thought your company should be aware as this reflects poorly on your organization and creates a hostile situation. I have screenshots and witnesses that can verify this pattern of behavior. Please address this matter urgently. Sincerely, her name. My boss was standing in the doorway. Want to explain this? Pulled out my phone. Showed him my blocked contacts list, the message history where I stopped responding and she kept messaging. She showed up at the networking event uninvited 2 days ago. Multiple people saw it. I asked her to leave. That's the only in-person contact we've had since the breakup. He nodded slowly. Can you send me that thread? Already did. Good. I'll handle this. He sent back a very professional email saying they'd investigated and found no merit to the claims, and any further contact with the company regarding this matter would be considered harassment of their employee. Got copied on it. Felt good. But she wasn't done. Update 2. The next 3 weeks were unhinged. First, the mutual friends started reaching out. 4 different people from her circle, all with basically the same script. Hey man, I know things are weird, but she's really struggling. Maybe you could just hear her out? She made a mistake, but she's grown a lot. People change. It's been 6 months. Maybe it's time to forgive and move on? Ignored all of them. But then her friend, the influencer one, went public with it. Posted on Instagram. Long caption about watching someone you care about go through heartbreak, and sometimes pride gets in the way of second chances. And the best love stories are the ones that find their way back. Very vague, very if you know you know. Comments full of her followers being supportive. But then she started replying to comments. It's not me, lol, but someone close to me is going through it. Some people just can't see what's right in front of them. Success means nothing if you're alone. Transparent as hell. Then my ex posted, first relationship post she'd ever made. A carousel of photos, us at restaurants, on a weekend trip, just normal couple stuff. Never posted any of it before because I wasn't aspirational enough. Remember? Caption. Been doing a lot of reflecting lately. Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone. Real growth is recognizing your mistakes and wanting to be better. Missing what was real. Comments exploded. Her followers ate it up. Everyone makes mistakes. He needs to forgive you. Second chances exist for a reason. I got DMs from random strangers. People I'd never met telling me I should give her another chance, that she clearly loves me, that I'm being too harsh. The audacity. Wouldn't post me when we were together because I wasn't good enough for her brand, but now I was perfect for her growth and healing content arc. Stayed silent. Didn't post anything. Didn't respond to anyone. My Instagram was barely active anyway, just like 3 photos total, all professional stuff. But then she figured out where I lived. Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Doorbell rings. Checked the camera. Her. Standing in my hallway with coffee cups and a bag from the fancy bakery downtown. Buzzed the intercom. What are you doing here? I brought breakfast. Can we please just talk? Really talk? No. Please. I'll leave after, I promise. I just need 20 minutes. Face to face, no games. Against every instinct, I went down to the lobby. Didn't let her up. She looked rough. Hair in a messy bun, minimal makeup, wearing sweatpants. Never saw her like that before. Thank you for coming down. You have 10 minutes. I screwed up, massively. What I said 6 months ago, how I treated you during our relationship, all of it. I was shallow and awful, and I didn't appreciate you. Okay? Okay? That's it? What do you want me to say? You apologized. I heard it. I want you to understand that I've changed. I've been in therapy. I've done so much self-reflection. I realize now that I valued the wrong things. You were good to me. Patient, kind, supportive, and I threw it away over Instagram aesthetics. I was an idiot. Yeah, you were. She flinched. Can't you see that I'm trying? That I'm being vulnerable here? I see that you're trying now. You didn't try for 6 months, not until you saw I was doing well. That's not growth, that's strategy. That's not fair, isn't it? Be honest. If I was still making $78K and driving my old Civic, would you be here with coffee and croissants? Silence. Long, damning silence. See, that's what I thought. That doesn't mean my feelings aren't real now. Maybe they are. Doesn't matter. You killed this 6 months ago. You don't get to resurrect it because your calculation changed. That's not what this is. Then what is it? Explain it to me. Because from where I'm standing, I wasn't good enough when I was making $95K. Now I'm making significantly more, driving a better car, living downtown. Suddenly I'm worth pursuing. You telling me that's coincidence? I missed you before. I was too proud to admit I was wrong. For 6 entire months? You were too proud for half a year? Come on. Her eyes filled with tears. Real ones, not Instagram ones. I loved you. Past tense? I love you. Present tense. I love you and I messed up and I'm trying to fix it. Can't fix what's broken. Some things you just gotta replace. So that's it? 2 years and you're just done? No second chance? You didn't want to be seen with me in public for 2 years. Yeah, I'm done. She started crying harder. This isn't you. You're being cold. I'm being honest. Thought you valued honesty. Turned to leave. I'll wait, she called after me. However long it takes, I'll prove I'm serious. Didn't respond. Went back upstairs. Thought maybe that was finally it. The dramatic closure scene, the final conversation. Nope. 2 days later, her mom called me. Somehow got my number from somewhere. You need to stop playing games with my daughter. Excuse me? She's a mess. Crying constantly, barely eating, can't focus on work. All because you're being vindictive and cruel. Ma'am, your daughter broke up with me because I wasn't successful enough for her Instagram. I moved on. She's the one trying to reconnect. She apologized. She's trying to make things right. You're punishing her. I'm not punishing anyone. I'm just not interested in rekindling things. She made one mistake and you're gonna hold it over her forever? She made a choice based on my income. Now she's making a different choice based on my new income. That's not a mistake, that's a pattern. You're going to regret this when she moves on. I hope she does move on. She deserves to find someone who meets her standards. Just not gonna be me. Fine, she'll find someone better anyway. Great, have a good day. Hung up. Blocked that number. But the actual final straw came 4 days later. Got served with papers at work. Security brought them up. Cease and desist letter. Actual lawyer letterhead. My ex was claiming I was 1, defaming her to mutual friends, 2, harassing her online, 3, causing severe emotional distress, 4, damaging her business reputation and earning potential. Demanding I stop all negative communication and remove all defamatory statements from public and private forums. Thing is, I hadn't said anything to anyone. No posts, no gossip, literally nothing. Just blocked her and moved on with my life. Took the letter to a lawyer. He read it, actually laughed. This is a joke. She has no case whatsoever. You haven't made any public statements about her at all. Can she actually sue? She can try. She'd lose immediately and waste a bunch of money. This is intimidation. Someone told her it might scare you into responding. Can you respond for me? Oh, absolutely. He drafted a response. Very professional, very firm. Our client has made 0 defamatory statements about your client, in public or private. He has declined contact with your client, which is his right. Your client's continued attempts to force communication and contact, including appearing at his residence and workplace, may constitute harassment. We recommend your client cease all contact immediately, or we will pursue appropriate legal remedies, including but not limited to a restraining order. Sent it certified mail. Didn't hear anything back for exactly 1 week. Then the post started. Oh boy, the posts. Final update. My ex went full meltdown mode after the legal response, started posting Instagram stories. Not the curated, aesthetic stuff she usually did. Raw, emotional, clearly having a breakdown content. Sometimes you give everything to someone and they throw it away over nothing. Real love means forgiveness, but some people are too proud to accept it. Success without love is just emptiness. All very vague, all very directed at me. Her followers were eating it up in the comments. But then she posted an actual grid post. Her crying, no makeup, messy hair. Caption was a novel. Being vulnerable right now. I made mistakes in a past relationship. I said things I shouldn't have. Prioritized the wrong things. I hurt someone I loved. I've spent months in therapy, working on myself, trying to be better. I reached out to apologize and make amends. But sometimes people would rather hold grudges than accept genuine growth. Sometimes people change, but others refuse to see it. Learning to accept that some doors close permanently, even when you're standing there knocking with your whole heart. Growth is painful. Rejection is painful. But I'm choosing to believe I'll find someone who values growth over grudge holding, sending love to anyone else going through heartbreak. We'll get through this. Comments were insane, thousands of them. Her followers attacking some unnamed ex for being toxic and unable to forgive. Her influencer friend shared it, adding her own caption about watching strong women rise from the ashes. My phone started getting DMs from strangers. Hundreds of them. People somehow figured out who I was, sending me messages ranging from, "You're a terrible person," to literal threats. Got so bad I had to make my Instagram private. But here's where it gets really wild. One of her followers, some random girl with like 300 followers, apparently knew someone who knew me. She put together that I was the ex, posted her own Instagram story with screenshots of my LinkedIn, my company name, everything. This is the guy BW, making 6 figures and can't forgive a woman for one mistake. Typical. It spread. My LinkedIn got flooded with connection requests and weird messages. My company's social media got comments asking about me. HR got multiple emails calling me emotionally abusive. My boss called me in. Not mad, just tired. This is getting out of hand. I know, I'm sorry. Don't apologize. You didn't do anything wrong, but we need to address it. I'm forwarding everything to our legal team. They'll handle it. Company lawyer sent a cease and desist to my ex, her influencer friend, and the girl who'd posted my information. Legal terms for stop directing harassment at our employee or face consequences. Everything got deleted within 24 hours. The posts, the stories, all of it. Gone. But the damage was kinda done. Her followers still believed I was the villain. My name was out there now, attached to this whole mess. Took about 2 weeks for things to finally calm down. The DMs slowed, the comments stopped, life started feeling normal again. Then, about 3 weeks ago, ran into someone from her friend group at a coffee shop downtown. Girl I'd met a few times while we were dating. She saw me, did this whole awkward wave thing. Came over. Hey, how are you? Fine. You? Good. Listen, I just wanted to say, I'm sorry about everything that happened. The social media stuff, it got really out of hand. Yeah. For what it's worth, some of us knew the full story. We tried to tell her to let it go, but she was really struggling after you guys broke up. Okay? She's doing better now, though. Started seeing someone new, some guy who works in real estate or something. They're pretty serious already. Good for her. Yeah. Anyway, just wanted to clear the air. Hope you're doing well. Thanks. She left. I sat there with my coffee processing. She'd found someone new, some real estate guy who presumably fit her aesthetic better. And honestly, good, genuinely good. She could move on, I could move on, this whole nightmare could finally be over. Last week, my friend sent me a screenshot, my ex's Instagram. She'd posted her new boyfriend. Typical influencer couple content, him in a suit, her in a dress, some upscale restaurant. Caption about finding someone who values you and unexpected blessings. Comments full of people congratulating her, saying she deserved it, that she'd upgraded. My friend texted, "You okay?" Yeah, I'm good. And I was, actually good. Because here's the thing, that whole nightmare taught me something important. Not about her, about me. I'd been coasting, in work, in life, in that relationship, accepting mediocrity because it was comfortable. Her rejection, as brutal and shallow as it was, woke me up. Made me realize I was capable of more than I was doing. I'm making almost triple what I made when we were together. Got promoted again last month to enterprise sales director. Managing a team now, working on 8-figure deals. Living in a place I actually like, driving a car I actually wanted, building a career I'm actually proud of. The social media drama sucked. The harassment sucked. The whole public embarrassment thing sucked. But would I take her back if she showed up tomorrow? Not a chance. Not because I'm bitter, not because I haven't forgiven her, but because I genuinely don't want to. She wanted someone successful enough for her Instagram. She found him. They look happy in their photos. Hope they are. Me, I'm building something real. Career, life, actual goals. Not for social media, for myself. Started seeing someone new about a month ago. Met her through work. She's in procurement at one of our client companies. Smart, funny, has her own career. Doesn't post every meal on Instagram. Thinks the whole influencer culture thing is kinda ridiculous. Introduced her to my friends last week. One of them pulled me aside. Dude, she's great. Like, actual adult woman great. Not Instagram great. Yeah, I like her. Good, you seem happy. And I am. Not perfect, not post-worthy, just happy. My ex will probably keep posting her aesthetic life. Her new boyfriend will probably stay in her feed, fitting her brand. Her followers will keep supporting her growth journey or whatever. That's fine. Let her have that narrative. I have reality, and reality's pretty damn good. Got everything I needed from that experience. A wake-up call, motivation to be better, and clarity about what actually matters. The best revenge wasn't posting my own success or finding someone hotter or any of that immature stuff. It was just becoming someone I'm genuinely proud of. Someone who doesn't need external validation. Someone who learned that being called too normal by the wrong person is better than being accepted by them. To anyone going through something similar, someone telling you you're not enough, use it. Not to prove them wrong, but to prove to yourself that you're capable of more. And then find someone who sees that without needing proof. That's it. That's the end. Moving forward now, for real. She found her Instagram-worthy life. I found my actual life. I'll take actual over aesthetic any day.